Everybody, thanks for tuning in again. Today's the day we're finally going to ceramic coat the car. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but I've just been busy with work and life, and I'm just never ending on the go. So finally got a couple days to myself, so we're going to get this done. And like it shows, it's the whole do-it-yourself in the garage. Personally, I've never done it myself. I'm not a professional. I'm just doing it the way that I want to do it. Results will show in the end. We'll see if it works, see if it doesn't. Eventually, I would like to get it professionally done, but for now, the money people want to do this is kind of nuts in my opinion, so I'll do it myself, see how it turns out. I'm not looking for 100% results, like flawless. Of course, I'm not going to get that, but it'll look a lot better than it does, so I'll flip you guys around. I'll show you what we're going to use and some of the scuffs where they are on the car. And maybe I'll take you outside. It's pretty sunny right now, so hopefully they'll pick up on the video. But I'll do a little quick walk around, show you what's on the car, and then we'll carry on. All right, so here she is. We'll go do a quick little once over here before we start everything. It's not in horrible condition. That's why I want to get it done before it gets too bad. I find the worst spot, might be a little hard to see because it's dusty, is here. Try from this angle. Once you get in the light, you can see has the spider web effect there. The wing I find is the worst. Obviously the little back plate, everybody has issues with that. But it's not so bad, so I don't have a super harsh polish. You'll see what we're using. It should get most of that out. We'll just get her looking nice and shiny again. We'll be able to coat it, and it should be good to go for a few years at least. So what we'll do is we'll get her home, we'll wash it up. You can see it's got bugs and dirt and dust all over there, so we'll get all that off, clay bar it. Any rock chips, I don't know if that's one or not. It looks like it's just dirt. You can see I got one here. I'm not looking to make it 100% perfect, but we'll touch those up a little bit. We'll see how bad it is once we clay bar it, because if you look here too, there's a couple little ones there. This is one. That's just dirt. A little one here. So we'll get all that taken care of, and then we will carry on with the hard part. Alright, so you guys saw the outside of the car, a couple little rock chips on the front. We'll deal with that after. You couldn't really see the lines in the back when we were out there, but if you look now, where the light is here, it'll focus. You can see this is the worst spot. I don't know if someone tried to wash it at the dealership originally, but I know it's been there for a while. When you stand back without the light, you can't really see it, but it's one of those things. I know it's there, so it stands out. But that's one of the worst spots. It is a little, we go along the bumper here, or the wing here. You can see there is lines still across. Not horrible, but that should all buff out. Hopefully we can get her looking spick and span. And then the other part is down here. You can see this is just plastic. It's junk. I've heard a lot of reviews and everybody complaining online that you can see the lines. It just does this no matter what you do. So I'm going to try to polish it out. We'll put some ceramic coating on there, see what it does. The other thing I noticed the other day is here. Not sure if that's like a crack or something in it even. So I don't know. Eventually I want to replace this. Won't tell you with what, but something might be coming. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm not going to bore you guys and walk around the whole car and point out every little flaw, but that's, like I said, get the little swirly marks like that, looks like spider webs. There's a little bit over the entire car, so we'll get that out and we'll get the ceramic on. But for now, I'll show you guys what we're going to use. We'll start off obviously with just washing the car and clay barring it, get everything that we can off before we polish and ceramic coat it. Okay, like I said, this is gonna just be like your average Joe, average garage. I'm just using one bucket. I'm not gonna do the million bucket method. The car's not that dirty, it'll live. We're polishing it out anyway. Any little minor scratches will be gone. So got my bucket. You come over here. New wash mitt, just get a new one. You know, Walmart, anywhere. Just wash it before you put in your water, because even if it says lint free, they all have lint. Just get a new one, wash it, you're set. Then I got, this is the soap the soap I was using. It's not too bad. It's Maxi suds. You could see the bucket, it does bubble up. You get good suds to start, but I find it kind of wears off quite quickly. Then also I got some clay luber for when we clay bar the car. You don't need this, you can actually use your soap and water too. But I was at the store already, so I figured just pick it up while I'm there. It's not expensive anyways. Then you got it in a nice squirt bottle, you can just spray it around, you're good to go. And then I still have my clay. Just got the original. I have this left over. This chunk I haven't used. The top chunk was when I ceramic coated the rims before. So we'll get this. Should be more than enough to do the whole car. And then we can move on to the polish and ceramic part. But for now I'm going to back the car out. I won't bore you guys with washing it. I'll get it all cleaned up, get it back in here, and then we'll see what the clay. It's all washed up, guys. Got her back in the garage. It's pretty sunny outside, so black car, you want to get it in undercover as quick as you can. One thing I forgot to mention earlier, get your license plates off, because you'd be surprised how much dirt's under there, and when you're coating it and, you know, polishing, buffing it all out, it's easier, just one less thing in the way. You don't want your pad bumping up against anything. It'll wreck it, just make your life more of a pain in the butt. But yeah, I didn't dry it off because we're going to be using the clay luber and our clay. You can see that was the piece left over. I ripped it in half. You don't want a massive piece, just something that you can control with ease. You don't want to be dropping it on the ground or getting anything on there that you don't need to. So we'll grab the bottle of spray. I'm going to start on the roof. Try to find like the cleanest parts of the car, you could say. Like, not much goes on the roof compared to like your front bumper or behind your wheels and stuff like that, where all the road debris hits. So you don't want to fill this up with gunk right away and then spread it over all the rest of your car. So like I said, I'm going to start on the top. I'm going to do the windows as well. Not sure if I'm going to ceramic coat them or not, because like I said, this is the first time I'm doing all this. I'd have to double check exactly if it's the same method or not on the windows. But we'll see when I get to that point. And yeah, I'll do the roof, and then when we get to the hood, I'll show you what we've picked up and what it looks like and all that. Also, one more thing, this is what the water looks like, because I know everybody likes to see the beading effect once the ceramic goes on. So you can see this is just hosed down after I wash, nothing fancy. And it beads up a little bit just because it's really clean, but you can see nothing actually drips off the car. It's beading, but it's still stuck where it sits. So a little bit of a before, and then it's going to take a few days because the coating I got, which I'll show you when we get to that point, takes a couple days to harden. But we'll see that when it's all done, and enjoy. Okay, so we started the clay bar. You can see I already did the roof. Takes everything off. Don't worry about the little smears. What I do is I clay bar it with the lube, and then I got the towel over there, get a new towel as well, and kind of dry it and wipe it as you go. And then before we do anything, like after or before the polishing, I got a different spray just to clean it up a bit. But if you look at the bar, there is a couple little specks in there that it got. Like I said, the top isn't as dirty obviously as like the front bumper and the hood will be, but we'll just fold that over like that a couple times, make it into a pancake again, and then we can carry on with the hood. All right, so for this part, all I do, very simple, like I said, just squirt a bunch on. So you got a whole bottle, don't be cheap. do like maybe a half, or I guess a quarter of the hood. Squirt a little bit on there. Then basically all you do you can hear, you'll kind of, I'll stop for a minute, but you'll kind of hear like almost like a sandpaper, and then it starts to go quiet. That's how you know that area is clean. Just listen. You can see it stops. You go like this, smooth as a baby's butt. And yeah, basically you just keep going. If this gets too dry, you'll be going, all of a sudden it's going, and it'll stop. That's why I keep it about 3 fingers. It's just easy to control. And then when it stops, it doesn't go flying or anything, like I said. But yeah, it'll pick up anything that happens to be on there. So we'll keep going with this. I won't bore you guys. Once the whole car is done, I'll show you what my next step will be. Okay, so we got the whole thing clay barred. You can see this goes a long way. Use just, I don't know, just over a quarter, not quite half. And we did the entire car, and that's being really liberal with it when I was putting it on. But as you can see, she's nice and clean. The one more step I'll do is just because you can see, like here, just the streaks from drying the towel, and I know there's a little bit of fuzzies on there from the towel still, even though we washed it already. So I'm gonna get this wipe out spray. It's supposed to be used as you polish the car. You spray it on just to check your work, but I'm just gonna give it a quick little once over just to get all the streaks off before we start polishing it. So I'll get that done and I'll show you how. There you go. The spray works really well. That mark you see there is a rock chip. It's not anything left on the car. But just give her a wipe. I didn't do the windows. You can still see the streaks on there. But got it all ready to go. We're going to start polishing her up, but we'll call this part 1 of the video. So if you want to see the second part, stay tuned. It'll be out in a couple days. And as always, thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.